The following is a special presentation from the WKLM Sports Department.
It is Division 6 District Semifinal Volleyball from the Perry Reese Junior Community Center at Dave Stay Ball Court. Hiland, the top seed in this district, the 10th ranked team in Division 6. Their record is 22-1. They've won 12 in a row. Playing host to the 3 seed Buckeye Trail, the Warriors, a record of 18-4, and they've won 8 straight. Stay tuned. We'll be speaking with Hiland head volleyball coach Kelly Miller on the pregame show on WKLM.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
For weather information around the clock, call the Keim Home WKLM Weather Service at 674-9530. You've got to visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Their modern retail showroom is a full-scale design and building center with over 125,000 square feet of building products and displays and knowledgeable, friendly staff to help you every step of the way. Their goal is to build relationships, provide outstanding products and services, and ensure their customers always have a great experience working with them. Come visit Keim in Charm. Call 800-362-6682. Find them on the web at keimhome.com or Facebook.
Looking to bring more light into your home or close in that back porch? MRV Siding Supply has you covered. Now offering can-clad architectural cladding. Enjoy the beauty of wood without the upkeep. It's maintenance-free with a modern wood look that lasts. Plus, their bifold doors create stunning openings for your 3-season room. MRV Siding Supply, your go-to in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com. And bring your space to life with CanClad.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro Premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025.
Firestone Farm Tires are the most preferred tires in America. Not only are they proven to be among the most productive farm tires you can buy, they're backed and serviced by the best trained and equipped farm tire dealer, the certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. So whether you need top quality Firestone Farm Tires or fast, dependable tire service, Count on us to keep you rolling.
Get your Firestone tires at Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, Millersburg.
It's time for Before the Tip, brought to you by Hobron's Insurance in Millersburg.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Alongside Hiland head volleyball coach in Kelly Miller, straight sets winner over Newcomerstown to move on to this district semifinal match. A 24-16 winner in that game one of that last match at Kelly, and it seemed like in particular Claire Detweiler and Elena Yoder had the hot hand at the service line.
She really did. She has been working on her serve all season long, and she has just done a fabulous job. She's the first one here, the last one to leave, because she's always spending a little extra time working on that serve. That was one of her goals at the beginning of season. She wanted to be a server for us, and I just told her, I said, serving is one of the main factors in our game, so you're going to have to get good at it, and she has.
Makes a difference, going on to really kind of dominate the games number 1 and 2. And Macy Miller, another one that kind of stepped in and did a solid job with the service line as well.
You know what? Macy Miller is a senior this year. She's been a role player, hasn't got a ton of playing time, but she has been an exceptional leader. She's been a leader at practice. She's been a leader on the bench. She has great energy, great work ethic, and a great attitude.
Good to see that all adds up here to a lot of wins as we've seen this year. And you move on to take on Buckeye Trail tonight. Another team, of course, out of the IVC here. Of course, a 4-way tie, including them to capture the IVC's North Division title. You're the IVC South Division champions. What do you know about this Buckeye Trail team?
I know we've got a couple common opponents in Newcomerstown, who they also beat both times. And they lost to Strasburg the first round in 5 sets and beat Strasburg the second round in 4 sets. And then we beat Strasburg in the IVC showcase. But I'm expecting big offense out of them, and we know they got a couple big swingers, a really smart hitter, a good setter, and they've got a solid defense.
Again, as you talked about here, it's part of being battle tested during the regular season, and the IVC has very good volleyball, and you see that again here tonight.
Yeah, the IVC North and South, I feel like both have, it's a very competitive conference schedule on both sides. And I mean, as you can see with the 4-way tie in the North Division, you've got 4 really quality teams in Conotton Valley, Buckeye Trail, TCC, and Strasburg.
As far as your approach, Kelly, similar to what you typically would go with as far as tonight goes on the Hiland end?
Yeah, we're going to really try to serve them to death, force them out of system so that they can't utilize their offense, because they do. They have a very strong offense, so our goal is just to take them out of that offense.
Kelly, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
That's the voice of Hiland head volleyball coach, Kelly Miller.
Before the Tip has been brought to you by Hobron's Insurance in Millersburg.
Technology shouldn't slow you down. It should move you forward. Hi, this is Ryan Taggart with Lodge-O-Vision Technologies, and we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. We know small business challenges because we've lived them, and we are here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At Lodge-O-Vision, it's people first for our clients and our team. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and real care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. Lodge-O-Vision Technologies. Local IT, real solutions, people first.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the Central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help managing a chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
This week at Roadie's IGA, the prices are scaringly low.
Frozen boneless chicken breasts for just $2.88 a pound.
Ground beef so cheap it's almost criminal. 10 pounds of 73% lean for just $3.98 a pound. Bone-in pork western style ribs, $2.78 a pound. That's terrifyingly delicious.
And don't forget the USDA Choice boneless beef top round roast, only $6.98 a pound. It's haunting my dreams.
Shrimp rings, pork shoulder steaks, butterball ground turkey. So many fall flavors, it's frightening.
Get chillingly good savings all this week before they vanish.
Only at Roadie's IGA.
CDL training in our community. That's right. Buckeye Career Center now offers Class A and B CDL education, as well as a testing center off US 36 near Janaden Hutton. Call 740-254-9313 to register or learn more about the American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center and the US America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Again, that's 740-254-9313 to register or learn more.
Hiland went 18-7 a season ago. Buckeye Trail went 19-5. This is actually a rematch of last year's Division 6 district semifinals. And Hiland was the 3 seed at the time, and Buckeye Trail was the 2 seed, but Hiland still got the win as they would win that 3-1 to move themselves to the district championship match, where Hiland eventually would fall to the top seed Garaway 3-1 to fall in that district title match from a season ago. We'll take another quick break. Come back to you after this. This is high school tournament volleyball on WKLM.
Beachy's Auto Diesel and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
For weather information around the clock, call the Keim Home WKLM Weather Service at 674-9530. You've got to visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Their modern retail showroom is a full-scale design and building center with over 125,000 square feet of building products and displays and knowledgeable, friendly staff to help you every step of the way. Their goal is to build relationships, provide outstanding products and services, and ensure their customers always have a great experience working with them. Come visit Keim in Charm. Call 800-362-6682. Find them on the web at keimhome.com or Facebook.
Looking to bring more light into your home or close in that back porch? MRV Siding Supply has you covered. Now offering can-clad architectural cladding. Enjoy the beauty of wood without the upkeep. It's maintenance-free with a modern wood look that lasts. Plus, their bifold doors create stunning openings for your three-season room. MRV Siding Supply, your go-to in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com. And bring your space to life with CanClad.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro Premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025.
Firestone Farm Tires are the most preferred tires in America. Not only are they proven to be among the most productive farm tires you can buy, they're backed and serviced by the best trained and equipped farm tire dealer, the certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. So whether you need top quality Firestone Farm Tires or fast, dependable tire service, count on us to keep you rolling.
Get your Firestone
in their first 10 matches that they got victories on before finally losing their only match of the year so far back on September 9th at Garaway. They lost that match 3-2. Then after that, they would run off 12 consecutive victories on their way to a 22-1 record at this point. And of course, they are the 10th ranked team in Division 6. That second time around, by the way, against Garaway in their home match back on October 2nd, Hiland won that match 3-1. So they would upend Garaway the second time around they faced them during a regular season play. For Buckeye Trail, a terrific season themselves, a record of 18-4, and they won their first 4 matches, then lost 3-2 at Strasburg. They would actually upend Strasburg their second time around back at home on September 23rd when they defeated them that second time 3-1. And then after winning 2 straight, they lost 3-2 at TCC. Then won 2 in a row, and they lost 3-1 at Conotton Valley. Then after winning 2 straight, they would lose 3-2 at Union Local. And then since then, they've won 8 straight. And now a record of 18-4. And coming into this district semifinal volleyball match. Hiland, of course, faced Strasburg in the IVC Showcase. They defeated them 3-0. As I mentioned, Buckeye Trail split with Strasburg during the regular season. Hiland also against Tuskegee Valley this year. They won 3-1 at Tuskegee Valley, and then at home defeated Tuskegee Valley in straight sets. While Buckeye Trail, they faced Tuskegee Valley in the IVC Showcase, and Buckeye Trail won that over Tuskegee Valley 2-1 in that volleyball match. So Hiland 22-1. Buckeye Trail record of 18-4. Stay tuned. We'll take a look at this year's bracket when we return after this on WKLM.
Technology shouldn't slow you down. It should move you forward. Hi, this is Ryan Taggart with Lodge Technologies, and we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. We know small business challenges because we've lived them, and we are here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At Lodge it's people first for our clients and our team. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and real care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. Lodge Technologies. Local IT, real solutions, people first.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Moo-ha-ha-ha. Get chillingly good savings at Rody's IGA this week.
Uh-oh. Last time I saved this much, my wallet fainted.
Gerber's chicken breast, stir fry, thin cut or tenderized, just $5.78 a pound.
That's tender, like my feelings after biting into a New York strip steak for $12.98 a pound.
Whole boneless beef strip loin, $11.98 a pound.
I'm shaking, and not from the cold. Pork ribs, $3.28 a pound, and 16-ounce shrimp rings for $8.98.
The flavors are big, the savings are bigger, but hurry.
They vanish like my diet. Poof. Only at Rody's IGA.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's
Discover
health.
your passion and prepare for your future at Buckeye Career Center's Fall Open House. Join us Thursday, November 6th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Buckeye Career Center. Tour our 35 programs, meet our instructors, and learn how you can earn real-world skills for your future career. Enjoy a complimentary meal and be the first to apply for next school year when our application goes live at 5:30 p.m. at BuckeyeCareerCenter.org. We'll also host an alumni gathering in the Joe Carlisle Marketplace. Join us November 6th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. for Buckeye Career Center's Fall Open House.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of two great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg.
Teams, of course, out of the IVC. Hiland capture the outright IVC South Division title, going 11-1 in the IVC South to capture the championship, while Indian Valley and Tusky Valley finished as tied for second place in the IVC South Division at 8-4. In the IVC North, Buckeye Trail was a part of the four-way tie as co-champions of the IVC North Division Championship. Buckeye Trail went 9-3 in the conference. Also, Conotton Valley, Strasburg, and TCC all going 9-3 to finish up again as co-champions in a four-way tie of the IVC North Division title. Of course, this is the Division 6 East District Volleyball Tournament. Hiland is the top seed. Buckeye Trail is the 3 seed. Hiland down the 7 seed newcomers down in the straight sets in their sectional final here at the Reese Center. Well, Buckeye Trail, the 3 seed, they defeated the 9 seed Buckeye Bel Air in the straight sets over at Buckeye Trail. So tonight in the district semifinals back at the Reese Center, Hiland, if the winner of this match, I should say, will face either the 2 seed Shenandoah or the 4 seed Monroe Central. It would be in the district championship match this Wednesday at 6 p.m., and that will be at a neutral site. Up until this point, or through now, the better seeded team has gotten a chance to host the games and to the matches, I should say, and if you get to the district final, it will be a neutral site there. So again, the winner of this match will face either the 2 seed Shenandoah or the 4 seed Monroe Central, 6 p.m. on Wednesday at a neutral site. Reminder also, we have going on this evening, girls district tournament soccer. Fearless is at Hiland and West Holmes is at Philo. Both those games will be video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of Claxon Communications. The Fearless Hiland game will also begin streamed to on our website, so you can catch those games again also on YouTube tonight, as well as this Hiland volleyball match. Of course, this Hiland volleyball match, courtesy of Claxon Communications, and it's Gage Wright producing tonight's live stream coverage of this Hiland Buckeye Trail volleyball match, and Abby Jones working the camera. You can go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio, find the live stream coverage of this Hiland Buckeye Trail volleyball match. We're also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com, and back at the studio, Blaze and Mullins and Alex Mast as well. We'll take another break, come back with the national anthem and the starting lineups after this on WKLM.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
And once again, tonight's national anthem has been brought to you by the Holmes County Veteran Services in Millersburg. And tonight's starting lineup is being brought to you by Hobbrun's Insurance at 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Visit them on the web at hobbronsinsurance.com, in business for over 30 years. Starting tonight for the visiting Buckeye Trail Lady Warriors will be sophomore outside hitter, that's Avery Wabel. Also junior center Carson Oldson, and senior right side hitter Kayla Hinkle. She's a second team All-IVC. Also senior outside hitter Anna McVicker, first team All-IVC for her, and junior middle hitter Lily St. Clair. Also starting for them will be junior middle hitter Jersey Eddy. She's honorable mention IVC, and senior outside hitter Veda Newhart is first team IVC. I mentioned Hankel also is the libero for this Buckeye Trail team as well. Buckeye Trail is the 3 seed. Their record is 18-4. They've won 8 straight, and they're coached by Wendy McVicker. For the home team, the Hiland Lady Hawks, starting for them this evening will be junior Braxton McVicker along with junior Carly Schrock. And also starting will be junior libero Olivia Miller. She's second team IVC. Junior Claire Detweiler was honorable mention IVC. And senior Brianna Mishler was IVC first team. And sophomore Addie Mass was the IVC player of the year. And senior Elena Yoder was second team IVC. Hiland with the record of 22-1. They've won 12 straight. They're the top seed in this East District, the 10th ranked team also in Division 6. They're coached by the IVC Coach of the Year, and that is Kelly Miller. Again, the winner moves on to the district championship match this Wednesday against either the 2 seed Shenandoah or the 4 seed Monroe Central. That'll be this Wednesday, 6 p.m. at a neutral site. Once again, tonight's game is being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of Claxon Communications. Gage, Wright producing tonight's live stream coverage. And it's also Abby Jones working the camera. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live stream coverage of tonight's match. We're also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. And Blaisdon Mullins and Alex Mass back at the studio. Reminder, as I mentioned earlier, we have girls district tournament soccer going on tonight. Fairless is at Hiland. That's on stream 2 and also on YouTube. And game time 6:30 for that. Airtime just in a few minutes. And also West Holmes at Philo tonight, also on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of Claxon Communications. Again, airtime for that about 6:05. Game time is at 6:30. We'll take another quick break. Come back with the first serve right after this on WKLM.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
Tonight's opening serve being brought to you by Pomerene Hospital in Millersburg. Pomerene was selected for the North Coast 99 Award. See how you can be a part of their exceptional team by visiting pomerene.org/careers. Reminder also, tomorrow night we'll have boys Division 5 district semifinal soccer. Hiland playing host to the Bishop Rosecrans. That'll also be video live streamed on YouTube tomorrow night, as well as on FM 95.3 and Stream 1. Airtime for that will be around 6:05 tomorrow night, and game time will be at 6:30 for the Hiland boys soccer game against the Bishop Rosecrans. We'll take another break, come back with the opening kick after this on WKLM.
For weather information around the clock, call the Keim Home WKLM Weather Service at 674-9530. You've got to visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Their modern retail showroom is a full-scale design and building center with over 125,000 square feet of building products and displays and knowledgeable, friendly staff to help you every step of the way. Their goal is to build relationships, provide outstanding products and services, and ensure their customers always have a great experience working with them. Come visit Keim in Charm. Call 800-362-6682. Find them on the web at keimhome.com or Facebook.
For Division 6 District Semifinal Volleyball from the Perry Reese Junior Community Center at Dave Stayball Court. Hiland wearing their black jerseys and black shorts, red numerals. And on the other end for Buckeye Trail, their blue jerseys and white numerals and black shorts as well. Matt Croy alongside with you. As we get set to get things underway, winner moves on to this Wednesday's district championship at a neutral site against either Shenandoah or Monroe Central. Hiland, of course, got a win over a fellow IVC team in their first match over newcomers Den. Will take on another IVC team out of the North Division tonight in Buckeye Trail, but two teams that were their respective division champions. Hiland out of the South and Buckeye Trail out of the North during the regular season. So it should be a good one tonight from the Reese Center. And we'll see who has the first serve to get things started here from the Perry Reese Junior Community Center. Everybody getting situated here. And Hiland will indeed get the first serve here in game one. Of course, go to 25, win by 2. Best of 5. If you go to a fifth set, it's the 15, win by 2. Hiland has a serve sent over by Mishler across the net. Bump forward, here's the set. It'll be spiked over, goes off the hands of Elena Yoder now. Bump forward, here's the center of the net now by Hiland. Diving dig by Buckeye Trail. Here's the set. It'll be spiked over, deflected over by Elena Yoder. Over the net, it'll be spiked over, blocked by Yoder, and returned by Trail into the net, and they'll scoop it over. Here's a set now by Miller. Here's a spike sent over by Detweiler, and she'll get the kill. Good rally to start things off. Detweiler with the kill. Hiland hits the first point. They're up 1-0. Brianna Mishler had that service point. She'll step to the line once again. Mishler lobs it over, center back line, bump forward by Hinkle. Here's the set now by McVicker. The spike sent over on the hit, too long by Jersey Eddy. Point Hiland up 2-0. Rhonda Mishler, first team IVC and a senior. She'll serve it over, right back corner, bumped high in the air by Wable. Bump forward now, and sit back over that on the spike by Newhart. Dug out by Highlands Mishler. Here's the spike, sent over. On the hit to the left back corner, Addie Mass, IVC Player of the Year, has the kill. Hiland 3, Buckeye Trail nothing. Game 1 of this best of 5 match in the district semifinals. And Mishler will serve it over, center back line. Hit off the side of the hand of Hinkle, bump forward now. It's it back over the net by Newhart. Bump forward now by Miller. Here's the set by Mishler. The stick of the net by the left hand of Elena Yoder, dug out by Buckeye Trail. Here's the spike set over the net. This time a diving dig by Miller. Here's the set. The spike by Detweiler. Bump forward. Here's the set, and the spike slammed over, blocked to the net by Yoder. Spiked over this time by Jersey Eddy, dug out by Hiland. To Mass, Mishler sends it over. Diving dig by Trail. Here's the block at the net by Highlands Sophia Hampshire, and she'll get the point. Sophia Hampshire with that block in point for Hiland, and they've scored the first 4 points of this match. 4-0 Hiland in game 1, and now Mishler will have the serve once again. She'll serve it over. Bump forward now by Hinkle. Here's the set. And sit back over the net by Newhart. Diving dig by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's the spike by Elena Yoder. Goes into the net that time. A side out to Buckeye Trail. So that'll be their first point. They'll serve it at 1-4, will the Lady Warriors. At the line, going to be senior Anna McVicker, first team IVC. And she'll serve it over. Dug out by Yoder. Set by Mishler. Think of the net by Elena Yoder. And Buckeye Trail can't return it. Trying to dig it out was Hinkle. Couldn't do it. Point goes to Hiland. Side out Lady Hawks up 5-1. Claire Detweiler has the serve. The junior lobs it over. Bump forward now by Wable. Here's the set by McVicker. Here's the spike over the net, this time by Eddy. Bump forward by Hiland. Set back over by Miller now. Bump forward now by Hinkle. Here's the set by McVicker. The spike slammed home to the left back corner by Jersey Eddy for the kill. Jersey Eddy can't get better name than that for volleyball. She's an honorable mention IVC. Side out Buckeye Trail. They'll serve it now at 2-5. They trail by 3. And Eddy going to have the serve as well. The junior will lob it over. Bump 4 now by Addie Mast. Here's the set by Mr. Mast. Will spike it over. Diving dig. Can't be returned by Eddie. Point goes to Hiland. Mast has her second kill. Side out. Hiland up 6-2 in game 1. At the line, going to be left-hander Laney Oder. Second team IVC and the senior. She'll spike it over. Bump 4 now by Hinkle. Here's the set by McVicker. The spike slammed home this time by Veda Newhart. And the hit going to be in there for the kill. Her first of the match, side out Buckeye Trail. They'll serve it at 3-6, trailing by 3. At the line will be the senior Newhart. She'll serve it over. Here's the set by Mister. The nick of the net this time off the hands of Annie Mass. Here's the set by McVicker. And a spike by Lily St. Clair gets the kill. St. Clair after the set by McVicker. St. Clair her first kill. Service point goes to Newhart, her first service point. Now Buckeye Trail back within 2 at 6-4. Serves it over, bump forward into the net, dug out, and not returned by Hiland. And Trail back to within 1 at 5-6. Veda Newhart, back-to-back service points for the Warriors. She'll serve it over. Bump forward by Miller. Here's the set now by Mistler. The spike by Addie Maston. She'll spike it home. Hit the top of the net. I believe that's going to be a net violation and point for Buckeye Trail. We're tied up now at 6 apiece. Newhart lobs it over. Bump forward by Mass. Set by Mistler. And the dink over the net this time by Carly Schrock. And that'll fall into the center front line. Carly Schrock, got that point for Hiland. Side out Hiland up 7-6 now. Annie Mast has the serve. Trissy Sophia Hampshire will serve it over. Bump 4 now by Hinkle. Here's the set now by Vicker. And here's the spike sent over off the hands of Wable. And the set by Mistler for Hiland. The spike by Addie Mast. And she'll get the kill trying to block it at the net. But St. Clair couldn't do it. Addie Mast her third kill. 8-6 Hiland. Hampshire gets the service point. That'll be her first. Hampshire serves it over. And goes too long that time on the serve. Side out back to Buckeye Trail. So Warriors will have the serve. Trailing by 1, serving at 7-8 in game 1. At the line will be Carson Olson, the junior. Olson will serve it over. Bumped high in the air by Detweiler. The set by Mistler. The spike Addie Mast and dug out this time by Newhart. Bump forward, sent back over now by McVicker. Bump forward by Miller. Here's the dink. Over the net by Schrock. Diving dig. Can't be returned. And point goes to Hiland. Carly Schrock again with that dink to the right front corner. Side out Hiland up 9-7. Back and forth so far in game 1. Addie Mast now has the serve. Lobs it over. Dug out by McVicker. Here's the set now by Holdson. The spike over the net off the hands of St. Clair. Set by Mistler. Spike now by Detweiler. Dug out, however, by St. Clair. The spike slammed over off the hands of Miller, who digs it out. To Addie Mast, and Hiland cannot return it. Point to Buckeye Trail. Side out Warriors. Still down by 1 at 8-9 with this serve. At the line will be senior libero Kayla Hinkle. She'll serve it over. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mistler. The spike slammed home by Carly Schrock. And Schrock with that spike finds the left back corner for the kill. Third kill for Carly Schrock. Side out Hiland up 10-8. And their junior libero, Olivia Miller, will serve it over. Bump forward high in the air now by Eddie. Back to her. She'll send it over. Off the hands now of Hiland. Here's the set by Mistler. Spike by Detweiler. Dug out now by Hinkle. Here's the set. And the spike slammed over to the left back corner like Lily St. Clair for the kill. St. Clair has her second kill. Side out again. Back to Buckeye Trail. Serving at 9-10. At the line, Avery Wable, the sophomore. Serves it over. Dug out. Set by Mistler. The spike by Elena Yoder. Dug out now by Wable. Here's the set by Olson. The spike sent over now by Vic Hooker. Here's the set now by Hiland. By Mistler. The spike by Detweiler. Dug out, however, by Henkel. Bump forward off the hands of Olson. Sent back over by Eddie. And that hit by Eddie. Going to find the left back corner. A point for Buckeye Trail. Her third kill. And we're now tied up at 10 apiece. Avery Wable had that service point. Wable hits it into the net, however, this time side out right back to Hiland, so they cannot continue that momentum And Hiland had the serve again, up 11-10. Again, play the 25, win by 2. Brianna Mishler will serve it. Lobs it over the net. Bump 4 now by Hinkle. Off the hands of Wable. Sit back over the net now by Eddie. Bump 4 now by Miller. Has the dink of that by Eleni Yoder. Block. Sends it back over. And it hits it wide right. And point for Buckeye Trail at that net with the block was Dana Newhart. Side out Buckeye Trail tied up at 11 apiece. McVicker with the serve. Serves it over the net. Dug out by Miller. Off the hands of Detweather. Slammed over by Addie Mass. Bump 4 now by Wable. Here's the set by McVicker. Think of that by Eddie, and that falls into the left front corner. Jersey Eddie makes it 12-11 Buckeye Trail. That's her first lead of game 1. McVicker sends it over. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mishler. Think of the net by Addie Mass. Dug out now. Off the hands of Henkel. Set back over by Eddie. Just barely over the net. Off the hands on the dig by Detweather. Set by Mishler. The spike by Eleni Yoder, and she'll get the kill. Eleni Yoder that time with her second kill. Side out Hiland tied up at 12 apiece. Serve sent over by Hampshire. Bump 4. Here's the dink over the net by Olson. Dug out now by Miller. The spike by Addie Mass. Dug out now by Hinkle. Here's the set now by McVicker. Sit back over by Eddie. Off the ends of Miller. Bump 4 by Detweiler. And hit into the net. Hiland can't clear it. Point goes to Buckeye Trail. Side out Warriors up 13-12. Jersey Eddie has the serve. She'll serve it just over the net. Then be dug out by Addie Mass. Step by Mishler. The spike by Eleni Yoder. And dug out and off the hands. Finally sent over by Olson. Here's the set by Mishler. The spike by Addie Mass. Returned somehow by Eddie. Here's the set by Mishler. The dink of that by Eleni Yoder. She'll get the kill. Eleni Yoder, her third kill of game 1. We're tied up again at 13. Well, if game 1's any indication, we're in for quite a match tonight. Eleni Yoder now has the serve. Hits it into the net, however. Hiland can't capitalize there. And side out to the Warriors, up 14-13 now in game 1. Served by Newhart over the net. Bump 4 by Addie Mass, set by Mishler. Mass will spike it over, and she'll get the kill to the left back corner. Master fourth kill. Side out Hiland. We're tied up again at 14 apiece. And tied at 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And the serve. Lobbed over by Hampshire. Bump forward. Off the hands of McVicker. Spiked over by St. Clair. Diving dig by Hampshire. And sit back over by Miller. Dug out. Here's the set, McVicker. Here's the spike sent over now by Lily St. Clair, who gets the kill. Her second kill. Side out Buckeye Trail up 15-14. Carson Olson at the line. She'll serve it over. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mishler. The spike by Addie Mass. Dug out now by Newhart. High in the air. Off the hands of Olson. And hit into the net. Can't clear it. Point goes to Hiland. Tied up again. 15-15 the score. Addie Mast has the serve. She sends it over. Right back quarter. Bump 4 now by Newhart. Here's the set by Olson. The spike slammed over by St. Clair. Bump forward. Set by Mishler. The spike by Detweiler. She'll get the kill. And now Hiland re-grabs the lead. Detweiler has her second kill. 16-15 Hiland. Addie Mast, her first service point. Mast will lob it over. Dug out by diving Newhart. Now off the hands of Olson. Spiked over by St. Clair. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mishler. Think of the net by Carly Schrock. That finds the right front corner. Perfect decision by Carly Schrock. Hiland now a 17-15 lead. Here's Addie Mast. Sends it over. Bump 4 by Newhart. Here's the set by Olson. The spike by St. Clair goes into the net, point Hiland. And all of a sudden, Hiland has taken a 3-point advantage, 18-15, timeout Buckeye Trail. This is District Tournament Volleyball on WKLM.
Looking to bring more light into your home or close in that back porch? MRV Siding Supply has you covered. Now offering can-clad architectural cladding. Enjoy the beauty of wood without the upkeep. It's maintenance-free with a modern wood look that lasts. Plus, their bifold doors create stunning openings for your 3-season room. MRV Siding Supply, your go-to in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com. And bring your space to life with CanClad.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
It's been a good one already in game one of this best-of-5 match. Hiland jumped out to a 4-0 lead, but then Buckeye Trail came back to tie it at 6. It's been tied at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. With Hiland since then, they were down 15-14 actually, and Hiland has run off 4 consecutive points, and now an 18-15 lead, and they'll have the serve will Hiland out of the timeout. Addie Mast at the line. She'll lob it over. Bump forward by Newhart. Here's the set by Olson. And the spike slammed home by Anna McVicker, and she'll get the kill to the left back corner. Her first kill of the match. Actually, you see it's wide left, excuse me. So scratch that, 4-point to Hiland, up 19-15. Mast has gotten the last 4 service points. She'll serve it over. Set by St. Clair. The spike blocked at the net by Hiland. Off the hands of Olson. Sit back over, diving dig. Set by Mishler. The spike now over the net by Detweiler. Falls in for the Hiland point. Clear Detweiler that time. Addie Mast now her 5th consecutive service point. And she'll serve it over, center back line. Bump backwards by Henkel, though. Bump forward by Newhart. Sent back over by McVicker. Dug out by Schrock. Here's the set by Mistler. The spike by Schrock. Blocked the net. Diving dig. Sent back over by Miller now. Dug out by Olsen. Set now by McVicker. Here's the spike slammed over by St. Clair. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mistler. Here's a stink over the net by Claire Detweiler. Dug out by Olsen. Here's the dig now by McVicker. Sent back over by Buckeye Trail. Sent over now by Claire Detweiler. Bump forward by Henkel. Here's the set by Olsen. The spike slammed over by McVicker. Here's the return by Mishler over the net. Diving dig off the hands now of Henkel. Sent back over by McVicker. Diving dig by Miller. Set again by Mishler. The spike by Detweiler. Dug out by Henkel. Here's the set by McVicker. Sent back over on the hit by Newhart. Hits it too long, and a point goes to Hiland. Another point for Hiland. Good rally that time, and again, Addie Mast remains at the service line. 21-15 Hiland. Mast sends it over. Bump forward now by Newhart. Off the hands of Olsen. Sent back over on the hit now by St. Clair. Bump forward and a set by Mishler. Here's a spike. Claire Detweiler. Diving dig by Henkel. Here's the set by Olsen. The spike by Thicker, and she'll hit it too long. And like I say, a timeout by Buckeye Trail again, 22-15 Hiland. This is District Tournament Volleyball on WKLM.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro Premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025.
Hiland trailed 15-14 at 1 point, but since then, 8 consecutive points. In Hiland, a 22-15 lead, and Addie Mast, she can't get off that service line. That's a good thing here for the Hawks. She'll have the serve again out of the timeout. Mast will serve it over. Dug out by Newhart. Off the hands of Olsen. Slammed over by St. Clair. Bump forward over the net. Step back over by McVicker. Here's the set now by Mishler. Think of the net by Schrock, but she can't clear the net. Point goes to actually going to see net violation on Buckeye Trail. Hiland will get the point. Now up 23-15. Mast serves it over. Bump forward by Newhart. Here's the set by Olsen. The spike McVicker. Dug out by Addie Mast. Set by Mishler. The spike Detweiler. Deflected over the net. Diving dig by St. Clair. And Another point awarded to Hiland. Another net violation. And all of a sudden, possible game point coming up for Hiland, up 24-15. Mass lobs it over, just over the net, dug out. Set by Olson. Sent over by St. Clair, dug out by Miller. Set by Mister. Here's the spike, St. Clair, and she'll get the kill to the right back corner. Hiland wins it in game one, 25-15 behind 11 consecutive points to close out the game. So Hiland will take this best-of-5 match 1-0 over Buckeye Trail. We'll be back with game two after this. This is district semifinal volleyball on WKLM.
Firestone Farm tires are the most preferred tires in America. Not only are they proven to be among the most productive farm tires you can buy, they're backed and serviced by the best trained and equipped farm tire dealer, the certified Firestone Farm Tire Dealer. So whether you need top quality Firestone Farm tires or fast, dependable tire service, count on us to keep you rolling.
Get your Firestone tires at Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, Millersburg.
Technology shouldn't slow you down. It should move you forward. Hi, this is Ryan Taggart with Division Technologies, and we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. We know small business challenges because we've lived them, and we are here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At Division, it's people first for our clients and our team. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and real care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. Division Technologies. Local IT, real solutions, people first.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Moo-ha-ha-ha. Get chillingly good savings at Rody's IGA this week.
Uh-oh. Last time I saved this much, my wallet fainted.
Gerber's chicken breast, stir fry, thin cut or tenderized, just $5.78 a pound.
That's tender, like my feelings after biting into a New York strip steak for $12.98 a pound.
Whole boneless beef strip loin, $11.98 a pound.
I'm shaking, and not from the cold. Pork ribs, $3.28 a pound, and 16-ounce shrimp rings for $8.98.
The flavors are big, the savings are bigger, but hurry.
They vanish like my diet. Poof. Only at Rody's IGA.
Hiland won game one, 25-15, and really was nip and tuck through much of that game. Tied again at 6, also 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. But then Hiland, of course, they would rattle off 11 consecutive points to close out game one and got that win 25-15. So it'll be Buckeye Trail's serve first to begin game two. Of course, first team to win 3 games wins the match, best of 5. If you do get to a 5th game, it's the 15 win by 2. All the other ones are the 25 win by 2. This game being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of the Claxon communication team of Gage, Wright, and Abby Jones. We're also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com on Stream 1. And Blaze DeMullins, Alex Mass back at the studio. Reminder, we have district tournament soccer going on as well tonight. Fairless is at Hiland and Girls District Tournament Soccer. That is also on YouTube and Stream 2. And also tonight going on right now, you have Division 4 District Semifinal Soccer and Girls Soccer tonight with West Holmes at Philo. Also, that is on the WKLM YouTube page tonight. All ready for game 2. Here's Avery Wable, the sophomore. Will serve it over for Buckeye Trail. Bump forward by Miller. Off the hands of Miller. Sent over by Addie Mass. Dug out now by Olson. Off the hands now of Newhart. Here's a spike over by McVicker. Bump forward by Addie Mass. Set by Mistler. Spike by Claire Detweiler. Blocked at the net. Dug out by Mass. Set by Mistler. Snake over the net by Claire Detweiler. Dug out by Olson. Off the hands now of Henkel. Set back over by McVicker. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mistler. Spike over by Elena Yoder. Dug out. Here's the set. And the dink over the net by St. Clair falls in. And a point for Buckeye Trail, Lily St. Clair. Side out Buckeye Trail up 1-0 in game 2. Carson Olson has the serve. She'll send it over. Bump 4 over the net and spiked over McVicker. Sent over on the return and now spiked by St. Clair. And she'll get the kill to the center back line. Billy St. Clair's come out, firing on all cylinders in game 2. And I should say at the line was Avery Wable at that serve. Mabel serves it over. Bump forward. Here's the set. Now the spike by Detweiler. That goes wide right. Point again for Buckeye Trail. Wable's gotten the first 3 service points in a 3-0 Buckeye Trail lead. Wable serves into the net, however, side out to Hiland. The Hiland will serve down by 2 at 1-3 in game 2. They lead the specified match 1-0 though, to the Lady Hawks. At the line will be Brianna Mishler. Mishler lobs it over. Bump 4 now by Olson. Here's the set. McVicker. Think of the net off the hands of St. Clair. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mishler. Spike Elena Yoder. And then it'll fall in to the Buckeye Trail side. Elena Yoder gets the kill. Hiland back to within 1 at 2-3. Brianna Mishler with that service point. That'll be her 5th of the match. She'll serve it over. Dug out now by Henkel. Here's the set McVicker. The spike by Newhart. Off the hands now of Addie Mast. Sent over by Elena Yoder. Diving dig, this time by Buckeye Trail. The spike by St. Clair. Dug out now by Mishler. Set by Miller. Sent over to the net by Hampshire. And actually hit into the net, I should say. Didn't clear it. Point goes to Buckeye Trail. Side out Warriors up 4-2. At the line going to be Anna McVicker. And the senior will serve it over the net. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. And a stink of that by Detweiler. Diving dig. Off the hands now of McVicker. Sent over by St. Clair. Bump forward. Set by Mishler. Think of that by Elena Yoder. Dug out by McVicker. To Henkel. Here's a spike by St. Clair. Blocked the net. Off the hands of Newhart. Sent over now by Olson. Dug out by Addie Mast. Set by Mishler. The spike by Detweiler. Deflected. And Buckeye Trail can't return it. Point goes to Hiland. Claire Detweiler got that point for the Lady Hawks. Her 3rd kill of the match. Side out Hiland down 3-4. And Detweiler will have the serve. The junior lobs it over. Right back corner. Bump to the right side off of Newhart's hands. Sent over by Olson. Blocked at the net. And point goes to Hiland. Elena Yoder got that block at the net. Tied at 4 apiece. Sent over the serve by Claire Detweiler. Here's a set, the spike by Newhart. Blocked at the net by Addie Mass. Think of the net and dug out this time by Detweiler. Here's a set by Mishler. Spike Addie Mass. Dug out by Wable. Here's the set now by McVicker. There's the spike over the net by Buckeye Trail. Set by Mishler. Sent over by Hampshire. Falls into the left front corner. Sophia Hampshire. 5-4 Hiland now. Whistle blown as Detweiler made the serve, and substitution here for the Warriors. Just will serve it again. 5-4 Hiland. Detweiler serves it over. Bump forward by Henkel. Set now by Ficker. Here's the spike by Newhart. Blocked to the net again by Elena Yoder at the net for Hiland. 6-4 Lady Hawks. Claire Detweiler sends it over. Dug out. Off the hands of McVicker. Sent over on the spike this time by Wagstaff. Bump forward by Miller. And the spike by Addie Mass. Diving dig by Henkel. The set McVicker. The spike by Newhart. Dug out this time by Mishler. To Miller. She'll bump it forward. The spike slammed over by Hampshire. And she'll get the kill to the center back line. (7-4 Hiland. In game 2, they lead the specified match 1-0. Hampshire serves it over. Bumped backwards by Henkel. Bumped forwards now by Wable. Sent over the net on the hit now by Wagstaff. Here's the set by Yoder, sent over by Addie Mass. Diving dig. Now over to McVicker. Spiked over the net by Newhart. Hits it wide left. Point goes to Hiland. 8-4 Lady Hawks. 5 consecutive service points to Claire Detweiler. She'll lob it over. Up to the right side, now bump forward by Hinkle. Here's a spike over by Wagstaff. Set by Mishler. The spike, Addie Mast. The kill by Addie Mast. Hiland on the roll all of a sudden here in game 2, up 9-4. Buckeye Trail scored the first 3 points of game 2. Here's Claire Detweiler. She'll lob it over. Dug out by Wagstaff. Set now by McVicker. Here's the spike by St. Clair. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mistler. Here's the spike by Hampshire. And she'll get the kill again. Sophia Hampshire stepping up big in game 2. 10-4 Hiland. And Detweiler lobs it over on the serve. Bump forward by Hinkle. Off the hands now of McVicker. The spike over the net by Wagstaff. Bump forward by Miller. Sent over the net, actually into the net on the hit by Detweiler. Couldn't clear it. And that will be a side out to Buckeye Trail. So they will serve it now at 5-10. Warriors down by 5 now. At the line will be their senior libero, Kayla Hinkle. Hinkle lobs it over. Dug out and sent over by Elena Yoder. Now to Eddie. Seth McVicker. Here's a spike by Eddie. She'll find the left back corner for the kill. Jersey Eddie slams it home. That's her 5th kill of the match, first of game 2. Warriors back to within 4, 6-10. Hinkle has her first service point of the match. Hinkle lobs it over. Bump forward by Miller, set by Mishler. Spike by Elena Yoder, and she'll get the kill. Four kills in game 2, 7 for the match for Elena Yoder. Hiland up 11-6. They'll have the side out. And Elena Yoder, the left-hander, she'll have the serve. Sends it over. Dug out now by Hinkle. Seth McVicker. Here's the send over the net by Jersey Eddie. And that finds the left back corner. Just did. Barely hit the line. Side out Warriors. Now serving at 7-11. Down by 4. Hiland won the game 1, 25-15. Veda Newhart has the serve. She'll serve it over. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's the spike, Addie Mast. And it'll be into the net. Point goes to Buckeye Trail. Now serving at 8-11. Newhart lobs it over. Diving dig by Mast. Off the hands now of Mishler. The spike by Mast. Off the hands of Eddie now. Bump forward by Newhart. Sent over on the hit. There's a block by Addie Mast at the net on that spike by Wabel. Point goes to Hiland. Side out Lady Hawks up 12-8 now. Sophia Hampshire has the serve. She'll lob it over. Bump forward now by Newhart. Here's the set McVicker. Dinks it over the net. Off the hands of Detweiler. Set by Mishler. Dink over the net now on the hit by Mast. Dug out to Newhart. Sent over by Jersey Eddie. Bump forward now by Detweiler. The set by Mishler. Here's the dink over the net. This time by Schrock. Bump forward now by Hinkle. Here's a spike by Eddie. Off the hands of Mast. Can't return it. Eddie will get the kill on that spike. Jersey Eddie now, her 3rd kill of game 2. Side out Buckeye Trail serving at 9-12. Again, Hiland leads his best of 5 match, 1-0, but the Trail with the serve down 12-9 in game 2. Carson Olson has the serve. She'll lob it over. Bump forward now by Miller. The set by Mishler. The dig over the net by Schrock. Diving dig now. Off the hands of Hinkle. Set back over the hit by McVicker. Diving dig by Hiland. Here's a set by Mishler. The spike, Addie Mast. And Mast hits just a bit too long. That point goes to, actually, you say, did that hit the center line? Apparently it did. So Mast will get the kill, in fact. Side out Hiland up 13-9. And now Addie Mast will have the serve. Serves it over. Bump forward by Newhart. Here's the set by Olson. The spike by Eddie. Deflected over, and she'll get the kill. Eddie keeping her team in it here in game 2. Trail will have the side out. Serving at 10-13, trailing by 3. And Jersey Eddie will have the serve as well. And the junior serves it over. Dug out by Miller. Set by Mishler. The spike by Schrock. Blocked the net by McVicker. And deflected wide right. Point goes to Hiland. Carly Schrock gets the kill that time around. Her 4th for the match. 14-10 Hiland. Olivia Miller now has the serve. Sends it over, bumped high in the air by Hinkle. Above forward, here's a spike St. Clair into the net. Point goes to Hiland. First service point for the match by junior libero Olivia Miller for Hiland, up 15-10. Miller will lob it over. Bumped high in the air by Newhart. About forward now by Olson. Sit back over the spike by Buckeye Trail, set by Mistler. Spike now by Detweiler, dug out by Olson to Newhart. Spike McVicker, and she'll hit it. Too long, just barely went too long for that right back corner. Point goes to Hiland, up 16-10. Timeout Buckeye Trail. This is district semifinal volleyball on WKLM.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Hiland trailed early at 3-0 and then came back, took a 5-4 lead. Now they're up 16-10 in game 2. Hiland leads this best of 5 match 1-0. They won game 1 25-15. First team to get the 3-set wins the match. And of course the winner moves on to Wednesday's district championship against either the 2-seed Shenandoah or the 4-seed Monroe Central. Wednesday 6 p.m. at a neutral site. Hiland has the serve out of the timeout, up 16-10 in game 2, and Olivia Miller has the serve for the Lady Hawks, and she'll serve it over. Bump forward now by Hinkle. Set by Olson. Dink over the net by St. Clair. Bump forward now by Miller. Set by Mr. She'll dink it over the net instead, and the Warriors not expecting that, and it falls in right in between everybody on the Buckeye Trail side. Brianna Mishler gives Hiland a 17-10 lead. Olivia Miller serves it over. Bump forward by Hinkle to Olson. Here's a spike off the ends of McVicker. Off the top of the net, returned by Miller. Skips in and falls into the left front corner. Olivia Miller has given Hiland an 18-10 advantage. She'll lob it into the net this time, side out to Buckeye Trail. Warriors will serve it down by 7 at 11-18 at the line. Going to be Avery Wabel. She'll lob it over. Bump forward by Miller. Here's the spike by Detweiler. Diving dig. Off the hands now of Olson. Sit back over now by Hinkle. Bump forward. Step by Mistler. The spike by Elena Yoder. She'll get the right back corner for the kill. Elena Yoder that time. That's her 5th kill of game 2. Side out Hiland up 19-11. And Brianna Mishler will have the serve. Has 5 service points so far for the match. Mishler serves it over right back corner. Bump forward now by Eddy. Here's a set by McVicker. The spike slammed home by Newhart. She'll get the kill. Dana Newhart, her 3rd kill of the match. Side out to the Warriors, serving at 12-19. At the line going to be Anna McVicker. Lobs it over. Bump forward by Miller. Here's the set. And the dink over the net by Elena Yoder. Diving dink by Eddy. Off the hands of Olson. Set back over on the hit by Newhart. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. The spike by Detweiler. Off the hands of Eddy. Bump forward by Newhart. And the dink over the net by Olson. Blocked by Elena Yoder. Point goes to Hiland. 20-12 lead now for Hiland. At the line will be Claire Detweiler. She'll serve it over. Bumped up in the air. Now the set by McVicker. The spike by St. Clair off the hands of Miller. Bumps it forward to Mishler. The spike Addie Mast, and she'll find the right back corner for the kill. Addie Mast giving Hiland a 21-12 lead. Claire Detweiler has 8 service points in game 2 already. She'll serve it over. Bump forward. Blocked at the net by Hampshire. And point goes to Hiland. Should see Annie Mast got that block. 22-12 lead for Hiland. Timeout Buckeye Trail. This is District Tournament Volleyball on WKLM.
loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Well, so far, so good if you're from the Hiland side. Buckeye Trail, a very good volleyball team, but Hiland's come out strong on their home floor so far tonight, winning game 1 25-15, and now up in game 2 22-12. And it'll be Claire Detweiler with the serve out of the timeout. She's got 9 service points so far in game 2. And we'll try to keep her rolling out of the timeout. And here's the whistle. Detweiler over the net, diving dig now by Henkel. Off the hands now of St. Vicar. Sit back over the hit now by Newhart. The set by Mistler. Spike stand over by Sophia Hampshire. Deflected, it falls into the Buckeye Trail side. That'll be Sophia Hampshire with that spike in kill. 23-12 lead now for Hiland. Detweiler lobs it over. Bump 4 now by Wagstaff. Set by McVicker. The spike by Newhart. And she'll get the kill. Side out to the Warriors. Serving at 13-23. The serve by Hankel. Bump 4 by Miller. Here's the set by Mistler. The spike, Elaine Yoder. Return over the net this time to Miller. Here's the set by Mistler. The spike by Addie Mast. Dig and return, but wide right on the attempt to return by Hankel. Point goes to Hiland on the kill by Addie Mast. Hiland will serve at possible game point here, up 24-13. Elaine Yoder serves it over. And not returned. Hiland wins it. Hiland 25-13 winners in game 2. And Hiland takes this lead in the best of 5 match, 2-0. Back with game 3 after this. This is District Tournament Volleyball on WKLM.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help managing a chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
CDL training in our community. That's right, Buckeye Career Center now offers Class A and B CDL education, as well as a testing center off US 36 near Janaden-Hutton. Call 740-254-9313 to register or learn more about the American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center and the US America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Again, that's 740-254-9313 to register or learn more.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Hiland won game 1, 25-15. They came back and won game 2 as well, 25-13. So that means if Hiland, if they were to win game 3, they will close out the match. So the Trail Warriors need to win this game to extend this match to a game 4. And Hiland will have the first serve here of game 3. So far for Hiland, Addie Mast tonight has 9 service points and 11 kills. Claire Detweiler, 10 service points and 3 kills. Brianna Mishler has 5 service points, 4 kills also for Carly Schrock, and 4 service points Olivia Miller. 9 kills for Elena Yoder, 5 kills also for Sophia Hampshire for Hiland. 5 kills for Lily St. Clair for Buckeye Trail. And Jersey Eddy has 8 kills, 3 kills also for Veda Newhart as well. Matt Croy alongside with you. Glad to have you with us on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com and Stream 1. Blaisdon Mullins, Alex Mass back at the studio. We're also video live streaming tonight's contest on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of the Claxon communication team of Gage, Wright, and Abby Jones. All ready for the serve here in Game 3. Served over by Mishler, bump forward, and not returned by Buckeye Trail. Hiland, just like that, takes a 1-0 advantage. Off the hands on the serve by Brianna Mishler. That is her 6th service point of the night. 1-0 Hiland. Mishler will serve it over off the top of the net, dug out by Henkel. Set McVicker. Here's the spike by Newhart, and she'll get the kill. She spiked it hard off of Mishler, who couldn't return it. Veda Newhart, her 4th kill of the match. Side out Buckeye Trail. We're tied up now at 1 apiece. Here's the serve by Carson Olsen. She'll send it over, bumped high in the air. Set by Mishler. The spike by Hampshire blocked the net. Dug out now by Mishler, and point goes to Buckeye Trail. They'll take a 2-1 lead. Anna McVicker actually got that service point right there. Her 2nd for the match. Joel sent it over. Dug out by Miller. Here's the set by Mishler. Sent over on the hit now by Detweiler. Bump forward to Henkel. Spike St. Clair. And out the hands of Miller, who can't return it. Lily St. Clair. McVicker serves it at 3-1. Lobs it over. Bump forward by Miller. Here's the set by Mishler. Spike Elena Yoder. Deflected, dug out by Henkel. Set back over by St. Clair. Bump forward by Miller now. Here's the set by Mishler. And the dink over the net off the hands of Detweiler. Set now by McVicker. Here's the spike. Hit too long on the hit this time by St. Clair. Point goes to Hiland. Hiland will now serve down by 1 at 2-3 in game number 3. And Hiland again leads this best of 5 match 2-0. At the line, Claire Detweiler. She's had the hot hand tonight at the service line again. Serves it over. Dug out by Henkel. Off the hands now of McVicker. Sent over the net by Newhart. Dug out by Mishler. Set now by Miller. Here's the spike by Addie Mast, and she'll get the kill. Claire Detweiler now 11 service points on the night. And we've tied this thing up at 3 apiece. She'll serve it over. Bump forward. Bump forward now at the ends of St. Clair. Set back over, then a spike by Newhart. Dug out by Miller. Set by Mishler. Spike, Addie Mast. And she'll get the kill to the center back line, Addie Mast. "13 kills for the match, Addie Mast. 4-3 Hiland. And Detweiler remains at the service line. Serves it over. Bump off the hands of Henkel. Bump forward now and step back over the net by St. Clair. Bump forward by Miller. Dug out by Mishler. Here's the spike, Addie Mast. Bump forward now by Henkel. Off the hands of McVicker. Dick over the net by Newhart and falls in. And tied up at 4. It'll be side out back to Buckeye Trail. Senior libero Kayla Henkel has the serve. Serves off the top of the net, skips through, falls in for the ace on the serve, that time by the Warriors. Henkel, her 2nd service point for the match, 5-4. Buckeye Trail has the lead. Henkel lobs it over, and that'll be another ace, back-to-back aces. Kayla Henkel making a 6-4 Buckeye Trail advantage in game 3. She'll send it over. Hit, skips off the net again, dug out. Here's Addie Mast with the spike. She'll find the left back corner for the kill, Addie Mast. Side out, Hiland. They'll serve it at 5-6, trailing by 1 in game 3. They lead this best of 5 match, dude. This Hiland, 2-0. And at the line, Elena Yoder. She'll serve it into the net, however, side out back to Buckeye Trail. Warriors have the serve, up 7-5. Here's Veda Newhart, first team IVC at the service line. And lobs it over. Off the hands now of Addie Mass. The Mr. Mass will dink it over, dug out. Bump forward by Newhart. Spiked over now by Wable. Dug out, and Hiland cannot return it. That time Avery Wable came through. With the point, 8-5 lead for Buckeye Trail. Newhart, her fourth service point for the match. She'll serve it high in the air, bump forward by Detweiler. Set by Mistler. Here's the spike by Addie Mass. Diving dig by Newhart. Hit the ceiling, ricochets to the seats, and point goes to Hiland. Addie Mass, her fourth kill of game 3. Side out Hiland serving at 6-8. Sophia Hampshire serves it over the net. Bumped up at the ends now of Olsen. Here's the set by McVicker. Here's the spike by Eddie. Blocked by Carly Schrock. Off the hands now of Olsen. Sit back over on the hit by Wable. Dug out. Set by Mishler. The spike by Addie Mast again. She'll find the right back corner for the kill. Reason why she's the IVC Player of the Year this year. Hampshire. Her second service point for the match. She'll serve it at 7-8. Hampshire lobs it over. Bump off the hands of Newhart. Now to Olsen. Spiked into the net by Jersey Eddy. Point to Hiland. They'll tie it up at 8 apiece. It was tied at 4, now tied at 8. Hampshire lobs it over. Off the hands of Olsen. Bump forward by Newhart. Sent over by Eddy. And she'll hit it too long. Point Hiland. They'll regain the lead at 9-8. Hampshire all of a sudden has the hot hand at the service line for the Lady Hawks. Hampshire lobs it into the net, however, and a sign out to Buckeye Trail. So tied again at 9. Again, Hiland leads this best of 5 match 2-0. Carson Olsen has the serve. Into the net, however, she cannot capitalize for the Warriors, and a side out to Hiland. So Hiland with a 10-9 advantage. Addie Mass will be at the service line. She has 9 service points for the match. She'll lower it into the net, however, so now that's going both ways a couple of times in a row now, where we've had serves right into the net on both sides. Side out back to Buckeye Trail, tied up at 10 apiece. Here's Jersey Eddy. See if he can break that string. She'll lob it over. Dug out by Miller, set by Mistler. The spike by Claire Detweiler. Diving dig by Newhart. Bump forward by Eddy. The spike by Wable. Dug out by Miller. Off the hands of Addie Mass. Sent back over now by Hiland. Here's the bump forward. Set by Olsen. Here's the spike. Slammed over into the kill to the right back corner by Anna McVicker. Her first kill for the match, 11-10 Buckeye Trail. Jersey Eddy, her first service point for the match. Lobs it over. Dug out. Here's the set by Mistler. Spiked over by Carly Schrock. Dug out by Olsen, sent over by Newble. Dug out this time by Addie Mass. The set by Mistler. The spike into the net by Carly Schrock. Point goes to Buckeye Trail. They're up 12-10 now. Eddy lobs it into the net, skips over, falls in to the Hiland side, an ace of the serve. Just did hit the top of the net and fell in. It really looked like it was going to fall in on the Buckeye Trail side, but somehow enough spin to skip over that net. And she got the point, 13-10 Warriors. Eddy lobs it over. Bumped high in the air by the Lady Hawks, sent off the hands of Miller, sent over now by Detweiler. Dug out by Eddy, off the hands of McVicker. Spiked over by Wable, bumped forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's a spike, Claire Detweiler, and it falls in for the kill. Side out Hiland, serving at 11-13, down by a pair. Served over by Olivia Miller. Dug out by Newble. Here's the set. The spiked over by McVicker. Diving in by Miller, and Hiland can't return it. Anna McVicker, another kill. Side out Buckeye Trail up 14-11 in game 3. Avery Wable, the sophomore, is at the line. Wable hits it into the net, side out to Hiland. So Hiland will serve it at 12-14. And Brianna Mishler back at the service line. Mishler lobs it over. And not returned by Kayla Hinkle. Hiland has back to within one at 13-14. Mishler sends it over. Moved forward by Hinkle. Set McVicker. Here's the spike Newhart. And she'll get the kill. Dana Newhart slams that one home. Side out Buckeye Trail at 15-13. Anna McVicker will have this serve. And she'll lob it over the net, bug out by Miller. Set now by Mishler. The spike slammed over by Detweiler. Bump forward by McVicker to Hinkle. The spike St. Clair. Bump forward by Mass. Here's the dink of that by Yoder. And it'll fall in for Elena Yoder for the kill. Side out Hiland serving at 14-15. Hiland won game 1, 25-15. They won game 2, 25-13. And Hiland down by 1 in game 3, serving at 14-15. And the serve lobbed over by Detweiler. And miss it on the attempt to return by Leah Hannes. And we're tied up at 15 apiece. Last tie was 10. Now at 15, Claire Detweiler. Lobs it over. Bump forward. Set McVicker. The spike by St. Clair. Bump high there by Mishler. Here's the set by Miller. Think of the net by Addie Mass. Dug out. Bump forward now by Hinkle. Think of the net on the hit, this time by St. Clair. To Miller. Set by Mishler. Mass will dink it over. Dug out by Newhart. Here's the set again. Newhart dinks it over. Off the hands of Hampshire. Set by Mishler. Set back over by Elena Yoder. Dug out by Newhart. And sit back over the hit by St. Clair. And Hiland cannot return it. Point goes to Buckeye Trail. Side out Warriors serving out 16-15. Back and forth in game 3. At the line, Kayla Hinkle. Jersey Eddie checks in now for St. Clair. Sent over by Hinkle on the serve. Bump forward by Miller. Set now by Mishler. The dink off the hands of Addie Mass. Tried the dink it, couldn't quite get a good handle on it. Point goes to Buckeye Trail. They're up 17-15. Hinkle lobs it over. Dug out by Miller. Set by Mishler. The spike Elena Yoder. Dug out now. Off the hands of Newhart. The spike by Eddie. And Eddie's hit. Gonna find that center back line for the kill. Just barely hit that line. (18-15) Buckeye Trail. Hinkle serves it over. Bump forward now by Miller, set by Mishler. The spike over that by Addie Mass. They call her for the push, and it will be a point for Buckeye Trail, up 19-15. Timeout Hiland. This is District Tournament Volleyball on WKLM.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
It was tied up at 15 apiece, but Buckeye Trail since then, 4 straight points. They have a 19-15 advantage. Of course, for the Warriors, they need to win this game to extend this match. Hiland leads this best-of-5 match 2-0. So the Warriors have to win game 3 to extend it to a game 4. Hiland, of course, trying to close things out, but right now down by 4 points in this third set. And right now, Kayla Hinkle on a roll at the service line. She's gotten 5 consecutive service points. And at the line once again. Hinkle lobs it over. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's the spike by Addie Mass, and she'll slam it home. Mass has kind of gone with the little dink the last couple of times, and that time she said, I'm going to go right back with that power, and she powered it home to get that point for Hiland. Side out to the Hawks, serving at 16-19, down by 3. Elena Yoder serves it over. Bump forward by Hinkle. Here's the set. And the spike by Newhart. Bump forward. Into that, spiked again by Newhart. This time she does slam it home. Dana Newhart. Side out Buckeye Trail serving at 20-16. They have a 4-point advantage. Newhart will have the serve. Serves it over. Bump forward by Detweiler to Mister. Spike by Addie Mass. She'll find the right back corner for the kill. Side out Hiland serving at 17-20. Hiland down by 3 in game number 3. Sophia Hampshire with the serve. She'll serve it over. Diving dig by Newhart. Set now McVicker. Sit back over the hit now by Wable. Bump forward. Set by Miller. Spike Addie Mast. And bump forward now by Hankel. Set by McVicker. Over the net. The set by Mister now. Think of that by Addie Mast. Returns it and hits it wide left. Point goes to Buckeye Trail that time. Warriors have the serve up 21-17. Server by Olson. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mistler. Take over the net by Carly Schrock. Diving dig now by Hinkle. Set back over by Buckeye Trail. Off the hands of Mistler. Here's the spike by Addie Mass. Dug out. And hit by Mistler. Here's the spike by Addie Mass. Bump forward. Hit over the net by Olson. Bump forward. Now the set by Mistler. The spike by Carly Schrock. Dug out by Newhart. Off the hands now of Olson. Set over the hit by McVicker. Bump forward. Set now by Mistler. The take over the net by Addie Mass. Couldn't clear the net though. Point goes to Buckeye Trail. 22-17 lead for the Warriors. Timeout Hiland again. This is district semifinal volleyball on WKLM.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hiland came in as the IVC South Division champions for the regular season. Buckeye Trail, the co-champs of the IVC North. Hiland leads this best of 5 match, 2-0 so far, but the Warriors trying to extend this match as they lead at 22-17 over the Hawks in game 3. Olson has the serve out of the timeout. She'll serve it over. Bump forward by Detweiler, set by Mistler. The spike by Addie Mast, and that'll be a kill, not returned by the Warriors. Side out Hiland serving at 18-22. They trail by 4 in game 3. Addie Mast will have the serve. Serves it over. Bump forward by Newhart. Here's the set by Olson. And the spike slammed home by Jersey Eddy. Side out Warriors up 23-18. And Eddy will have the serve. Served over. Bumped off the hands of Addie Mast. Sent over the net now by Detweiler. Bump forward. Here's the set now by Olson. The spike by Wable. Dug out by Olivia Miller. Off the hands now of Hiland. Here's a set back over the net by Detweiler. Bump forward. Here's a set by Olson. Dink over the net. Going to be dug out. Not returned by Hiland. That dink off the hands of Anna McVicker. Possible game point coming up here for Buckeye Trail up 24-18. Eddy sends it into the net, however. Slide out back to Hiland. Now Hiland serving at 19-24. Junior libero Olivia Miller at the service line. She'll lob it over the net. And missed it on the return, but dug out and returned by Hinkle now. Here's the set by Mistler. Think of that by Elena Yoder. Dug out by Hinkle. Off the top of the net, dug out by Detweiler. Blocked down over the net this time by Mistler. And point goes to Buckeye Trail on the net violation. And the Warriors, when they get that point, they win it in game 3. Does Buckeye Trail 25-19. So the Warriors will extend this match. Hiland now leads it 2-1. Back with game 4 after this. This is district semifinal volleyball on WKLM.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
For weather information around the clock, call the Keim Home WKLM Weather Service at 674-9530. You've got to visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Their modern retail showroom is a full-scale design and building center with over 125,000 square feet of building products and displays and knowledgeable, friendly staff to help you every step of the way. Their goal is to build relationships, provide outstanding products and services, and ensure their customers always have a great experience working with them. Come visit Keim in Charm. Call 800-362-6682. Find them on the web at keimhome.com or Facebook.
Looking to bring more light into your home or close in that back porch? MRV Siding Supply has you covered. Now offering can-clad architectural cladding. Enjoy the beauty of wood without the upkeep. It's maintenance-free with a modern wood look that lasts. Plus, their bifold doors create stunning openings for your three-season room. MRV Siding Supply, your go-to in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com. And bring your space to life with CanClad.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro Premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business.
Hiland won game 1, 25-15. The Hawks won game 2 as well, 25-13. But then Buckeye Trail, they would come back, and they won game 3 over the Hawks, 25-19. So Hiland leads the specified match 2-1. And again, if Hiland wins game 4, they will close out the match. The Warriors, if they would win this game, they will go to a final in the siding game 5, which would be go to 15, win by 2 at that point. But here in game 4, we're still at 25, win by 2. And waiting to get this serve underway. Again, Hiland up 2-1, and the winner of this match moves on to Wednesday's district championship. I think it's either the 2-seed Shenandoah or the 4-seed Monroe Central, Wednesday, 6 p.m. at a neutral site. And the Warriors will have the serve first here in game 4. It'll be Avery Wable. Wable serves it over. Bumped up in the air by Detweiler. Here's the set by Mistler. Detweiler spikes it over. Dug out now by Hinkle. Set by Olson. The spike by St. Clair. Dug out now by Hiland. Off the ends of Mistler. And hit into the net by Detweiler. Hiland can't return it. Point Buckeye Trail. We're up 1-0 now. Avery Wable has her 5th service point for the match. She'll serve it over. And hits it too long that time around, and Detweiler lets it go. Side out Hiland up, and now tied up at 1 apiece. Brianna Mishler will have this serve. Lobs it over. Bump forward now by Wable. And off the hands of Mishler. Sent back over now by Elena Yoder. Bump forward. Set now by Olson. Taken for the net by McVicker. Blocked the net by Elena Yoder. Point goes to Hiland. 2-1 lead for Hiland in game number 4. Mishler serves it over, right back corner, bump forward. Set McVicker, here's the spike slammed over by St. Clair, and she'll get the kill. Lily St. Clair. Side out Buckeye Trail tied up now at 2 apiece. 8 kills for the match for St. Clair. And McVicker will serve it over the net. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Spike Elena Yoder. Blocked to the net by Newhart. Off the hands of Mishler now. Bump forward by Miller. Sent over by Sophia Hampshire. Bump forward now by Wable. Here is the set. Spike by Newhart. Dug out by Mishler. Into the net, and point goes to Buckeye Trail. Vita Newhart with that kill. 3-2 Buckeye Trail advantage. Anna McVicker. Her 4th service point for the match. Serves it over. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's the dick of the net off the hands of Hampshire. Bump forward now by Hinkle. Sent over by St. Clair. Bump forward by Miller. Here's the set by Mishler. And the spike. Slammed over by Mass. Returned somehow by Wable. Here's the block by Yoder at the net. And a call. A net violation on Hiland. They thought they got that point. But they're going to give that to Buckeye Trail. They'll take a 4-2 lead. Warriors lead it in game 4. And the serve will be lobbed over. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Spiked over by Elena Yoder. That time it does fall in. Elena Yoder for the Hiland point. Side out Hiland serving at 3-4. They trail by a point in game 4. Claire Detweiler has the serve. Lobs it over. Bump forward. Here's the set again by McVicker. The spike by Newhart. And hit by Newhart is going to be to the center back line for the kill. Just did hit that line. Side out. Warriors up 5-3. Hiland leads this best of my match 2-1. Here's the serve by Hinkle. Dug out by Detweiler. Set by Mishler. The spike by Elena Yoder. She'll get the kill. Elena Yoder trying to give the Lady Hawks some momentum. Side out to Hiland serving at 4-5. And Yoder will have the serve as well. Serves it over. Bump forward by Hinkle. Set now by Vicker. Here's the spike by Eddie. She'll slam it home. Jersey Eddie. Side out Buckeye Trail up 6-4. Matt Croy alongside with you. Glad to have with us on FM 95.3 and the Stream 1. And also video live streaming tonight's contest on YouTube. Sent over on the serve by Newhart. Set by Mishler. Think of that by, now they call her for the push on the, or did they? They're going to call that violation on, net violation of Buckeye Trail. Hiland's going to get this point. So they will serve it at 5-6. Served over. Bump forward. Blocked to the net now by Hampshire. Sent back over by Eddie. She'll hit it too long. Point. Hiland are tied up now at 6 apiece. Tied at 6 in game 4. Sophia Hampshire at the service line. And sends it over. Bump forward by Newhart. Here's the set by Thicker. Here's the spike by Eddie. Blocked to the net by the Lady Hawks. Addie Mast, and Hiland's going to get this point. Hiland has taken the lead now 7-6. Hampshire lobs it over. Bump forward now by Olsen. Now the dink of that by Eddie. Blocked at the net by Carly Schrock. Hiland gets the point that time. And now an 8-6 lead, Lady Hawks. Here's Hampshire. Lobs it over. Bump forward by Newhart. Can't return it. Point Hiland up 9-6. Hampshire all of a sudden has 4 service points in game number 4. She'll send it over. Bumped up in the air now by Olsen. Here's the set. The spike by Eddie, and she'll spike it home. Schrock trying to block it, couldn't do it. Eddie very powerful on her spikes as well. Side out to Buckeye Trail. They'll serve it down by a pair. Serving at 7-9 in game 4. Carson Olsen has this serve. She'll lob it over. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Think of the net by Schrock. Dug out now by Hinkle. Bump forward by Newhart. Set back over by McVicker. Bump forward now. Here's the set by Mishler. And the spike, Addie Mast. Deflected over. And she'll get the kill, Addie Mast. Side out Hiland up 10-7. Hiland again leads at 2-1. They need to win this 4th game to close out this match. Addie Mast will have the serve as well. Lobs it over. Bump forward by Newhart. Dug out by Olsen. Think of the net by Eddie, dug out by Detweiler. Here's the set, Mishler. Think of the net by Carly Mast, dug out by Eddie. Here's the set by Olson. Spiked over now, off the hands of McVicker. Diving dig by Miller, set by Mishler. Here's a spike by Detweiler, dug out by Newhart, set by Olson. Here's a spike by Eddie, and she'll get the kill. Side out Buckeye Trail serving at 8-10. They trail by 2. In this all-important game number 4, Warriors need to win it to extend it to a 5th and final set. Jersey Eddie has the serve. She'll lob it over, skips over, dug out by Miller, off the hands of Mishler. The spike by Detweiler, bump 4 by Newhart. Here's the set by Olson. The spike by Picker. Here's the bump 4 now by Miller. Think of the net by Mishler, dug out by Newhart. Off the hands of Olson. Spike by Wable, blocked, return, diving dig, and return by Miller. And the Warriors do not return it. What a diving dig by Olivia Miller that time. The Warriors thought they had themselves a point right there, but somehow Miller returned it. Hiland up 11-8. Here's Olivia Miller at the service line. She'll lob it over. Bump forward. Dug out now by Olson. The spike by McVicker. Here's the bump forward. The set by Mishler. The spike by Elena Uter. Blocked. Hits it into the net. Point goes to Buckeye Trail. On that block by Avery Wable. Warriors serving now down by a pair. They're serving at 9-11 in game 4. Wable serves it over. Bump forward. Set by Mishler. Sent over the net by Elena Yoder. Bump forward off the hands now of Olson. Sent back over the hit now off the hands of McVicker. Set by Mishler. The spike by Detweiler, and she'll get the kill. Newhart couldn't block it. Claire Detweiler. Side out Hiland up 12-9. Hiland leads this best of 5 match 2-1. And Brianna Mishler has this serve. Lobs it over. Bumped off the hands now of Olson. Bump 4 now by Wable. Set back over by Newhart. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's the hit over the net by Hampshire. Dug out. The set now by Eddie. The spike by St. Clair, and she'll get the point on the kill. Looks like that might possibly go long. A hit off the hands of Addie Mast, trying to return it. Here's the serve at 10-12 for Buckeye Trail over the net off the hands of Miller to Mishler. Set back over now by Detweiler. Here's the set. Spike by Newhart. Dug out by Hiland and not returned. Newhart's going to get herself a kill. And now Warriors back to within 1 at 11-12. Hiland won the first 2 games, and the Warriors won game 3. They're down by 1 in game 4. Anna McVicker will serve it over. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's the spike by Addie Mast, and it's hit too long. They were tied up at 12 apiece. Last tie was at 6. McVicker lobs it over. Bump 4 by Miller. Here's a set by Mishler. Spike Elena Yoder, and she'll get the kill, as Newhart can't block it that time. 4th kill of game 4 for Elena Yoder. Hiland has a serve up 13-12. Detweiler serves it over. Bump 4 by Eddie. Set now by McVicker. The spike by Newhart. Dug out now by Detweiler. Here's the set by Mishler. The spike slammed over by Addie Mast. Bump 4 by McVicker. Set back over on the hit by St. Clair to Mast. Set by Mishler. Think of that by Elena Yoder. Dug out now by Olson. Set by McVicker. Here's the spike by St. Clair off the hands of Elena Yoder. Sent over by Addie Mast. Bump 4 by Eddie now. And set over the net by St. Clair. Bump 4. Set by Mishler. Think of the net by Addie Mast off the hands of McVicker. Sent over by Newhart. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mishler. Spike by Elena Yoder. She'll get the kill, Elena Yoder. Hiland, a 2-point lead now, 14-12 in game 4. Claire Detweiler, she's been the top server here in this tournament, trying to keep it going in game 4. She'll send it over. Bump 4 now by Eddie. Set. Here's the spike. Blocked to the net by Elena Yoder. She's been a force all of a sudden in game 4. 15-12 Lady Hawks. Timeout Buckeye Trail. This is district semifinal volleyball on WKLM.
Firestone Farm tires are the most preferred tires in America. Not only are they proven to be among the most productive farm tires you can buy, they're backed and serviced by the best trained and equipped farm tire dealer, the certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. So whether you need top quality Firestone Farm tires or fast, dependable tire service, count on us to keep you rolling.
Get your Firestone tires at Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, Millersburg.
Buckeye Trail won Game 3, 25-19 to force to a fourth game. It's been a tight one in Game 4, but Hiland does now have a 3-point lead to the Lady Hawks at 15-12. And Hiland, if they win this game, they'll close out the match. Warriors need to win this game to extend this to a fifth and final set. So we'll see what happens out of this timeout. Hiland up 15-12 in Game 4. Claire Detweiler at the service line. She's gotten the last 2 service points for the Lady Hawks. Soul serve it over. Bumped up in the air now by Wable. To McVicker. There's a spike by Newhart. It's a too long. Point Hiland up 16-12. Wait a second. You can say it was deflected apparently. They're going to give that to Buckeye Trail. And Kelly Miller wants an explanation on that. So the Warriors apparently going to get that point, and it'll be a side out back to them. Interesting calls. Kayla Hinkle has the serve. Sends it over. Bump 4 now by Olivia Miller. Set now by Mishler. The spike by Elena Yoder. Dug out now. Here's the bump 4 now by McVicker. The spike sent over by Eddie. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's a spike by Addie Masson. She'll get the kill. Slams it right back home off the hands of Jersey Eddie. Addie Mass. Side out. Hiland up 16-13. Elena Yoder has the serve. She'll send it over. Bump forward. Set now by McVicker. Here's the spike by Eddie. Blocked at the net. The set again, McVicker. The spike sent over now by Newhart. Set now by Mishler. Here's a spike by Addie Mast. Dug out now by Eddie. Here's the set, McVicker. Eddie sends it over off the hands of Elena Yoder. Set back over now by Hiland and Carly Schrock. Here's the set, McVicker. And then the spike slammed over by Newhart. And dug out, sent over the net by Mishler somehow. Here's a spike by Eddie. Blocked to the net again by Hampshire. Off the hands of Hankel. Sent back over by Eddie. Dug out by Hampshire. Off the hands now. The sent over by net by Addie Mast. Skips over, falls in on the hit by Addie Mast. You almost have to brace yourself. A Mast rears back to hit it, and that time he hit off the net and just kind of skipped over. Lady Hawks will take it. Up 17-13. Elena Yoder will serve it over. Right back corner, bump 4 now by Hinkle. The set, McVicker. The spike by Newhart. Dug out by Elena Yoder. Off the hands now of Mishler. Set back over the hit by Detweiler. Bump forward. And not returned. Point goes to Hiland. (18-13) Hiland. In Game 4. Yoder serves it over. Dug out by Henkel. Set now by McVicker. Here's the hit over the net by Eddie. Hits it wide left. Kind of awkward on that hit. Kind of went off balance on that. And a point goes to Hiland up 19-13. Yoder serves it over. And not returned by Wable. 20-13 Lady Hawks. Timeout Buckeye Trail. This is District Semifinal Volleyball on WKLM.
Technology shouldn't slow you down. It should move you forward. Hi, this is Ryan Taggart with LodgeVision Technologies, and we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. We know small business challenges because we've lived them, and we are here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At LodgeVision, it's people first for our clients and our team. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and real care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. LodgeVision Technologies. Local IT, real solutions, people first.
Hiland in command right now in Game 4, up 20-13. If Hiland does win Game 4, they will close out this match. Winner faces either Shenandoah or Monroe Central in the district championship match this Wednesday at a neutral site. Elena Yoder at the service line. She'll serve it over. Bump forward now by Henkel. Here's the hit over the net by Newhart. Set now by Mishler. The spike by Hampshire. He hits it too long. Side out to Buckeye Trail, serving at 14-20. Veda Newhart, the senior, is at the line. Lobs it over. Bump forward now by Miller. Set by Mishler. Set over the net on the hit by Carly Schrock. Dug out. Bump forward by Newhart. Olsen sends it over. Bump forward by Miller. Here's the set by Mishler. Set over the net. Actually, that time it couldn't quite time it up on that set for Addie Mast. I think between her and Schrock kind of stuck in between on who to take that lob. And it'll be a point for Buckeye Trail, serving at 15-20. Newhart lobs it over. Bump forward. Set by Mishler. Spike Addie Mast. This time she knew what to do with it. She'll spike it home to the left back corner. Side out Hiland up 21-15. Hiland 4 points away from closing out this match. Sophia Hampshire has the serve. Lobs it over. Dug out by Newhart to the right side. Dug out by Olsen. Sit back over the net by McVicker. Down to Carly Schrock. The set by Mishler. The spike over by Addie Mast. Diving dig by Hinkle. Set McVicker. The spike by Wable. She'll get the kill. Avery Wable. Side out Buckeye Trail serving at 16-21. They trail it by 5. Hiland leads this best-of-5 match 2-1. Carson Olsen has this serve. Lobs it over. Bump forward. Set by Mishler. The spike by Addie Mast. And that'll be a point for Hiland. Addie Mast, another kill for Hiland. Side out Lady Hawks up 22-16. Addie Mast has the serve. Lobs it over. Now the Newhart bumps it forward now to Olsen. Dink over the net off the hands of Buckeye Trail to McVicker. Set Mishler. Here's the dink over the net by Detweiler. Bump forward by Newhart. Here's a set by Olsen. Set back over by Jersey Eddy. Bump forward now by Miller. The spike by Carly Schrock. Dug out and not returned, and that'll be a point for Hiland. 23-16 Hiland. Mast lobs it over. Bump forward by Hinkle. Set by Olsen. The spike McVicker. Dug out now by Addie Mast. Here's a spike by Detweiler. Bump forward by Hinkle. Off the hands of Olsen. Sent over by Eddy. Deflected and dug out by Miller. Sent off the hands now of Detweiler. Sent back over by Addie Mast. Bump forward now. Here's the set by Olsen. The spike McVicker. Dug out again by Olivia Miller. Bump forward by Mishler. Here's a send over the net by Detweiler. Here's a set. Spike by Jersey Eddy. And blocked to the net by Carly Schrock. Hiland going to get that point. And possible game point and match point coming up. 24-16 Hiland. Addie Mast sends it over. Bump forward now by Hinkle to Newhart and miss it. And they will not clear the net. Hiland wins it. 25-16 Hiland in game 4 to close out the match. A battle between two IVC champions, and Hiland is going to get this victory. As that time was Addie Mast that kind of closed things out at the service line. And Hiland wins it 3-1. They win it 25-15, 25-13, 19-25, 25-16 to move on to Wednesday's district championship match. Hiland improves now to 23-1. They won 13 straight. They'll play Wednesday against either Shenandoah or Monroe Central. Wednesday at 6 at a neutral site. Buckeye Trail ends their season with a record of 18-5, snapping an 8-game winning streak. Again, the final, Hiland wins it 3-1 over Buckeye Trail. Back to recap the match for you after this on WKLM.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
This week at Roadie's IGA, the prices are scaringly low.
Frozen boneless chicken breasts for just $2.88 a pound.
Ground beef so cheap it's almost criminal. 10 pounds of 73% lean for just $3.98 a pound. Bone-in pork western style ribs, $2.78 a pound. That's terrifyingly delicious.
And don't forget the USDA Choice boneless beef top round roast, only $6.98 a pound. It's haunting my dreams.
Shrimp rings, pork shoulder steaks, butterball ground turkey. So many fall flavors, it's frightening.
Get chillingly good savings all this week before they vanish.
Only at Roadie's IGA.
Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help managing a chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
CDL training in our community. That's right, Buckeye Career Center now offers Class A and B CDL education, as well as a testing center off US 36 near Janaden-Hutton. Call 740-254-9313 to register or learn more about the American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center and the US America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Again, that's 740-254-9313 to register or learn more.
Final in Division 6 District Semifinal Volleyball from the Perry Reese Junior Community Center at Dave Stayball Court as Hiland wins it 3-1 over Buckeye Trail to advance on to Wednesday's District Championship. In Game 1, it was tied up at 6, also tied at 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Hiland would close out the Game 1, though, with 11 consecutive points to win it 25-15. Then in Game 2, it was tied up at 4 early on. Then Hiland would jump out to a 16-10 lead and then up 22-12, eventually winning Game 2 25-13. In Game 3, though, Buckeye Trail needed to win to keep things going, and they did that as it was tied up at 10 apiece, then tied at 15. Then Buckeye Trail would kind of get things going as they would jump out to a 19-15 advantage, and eventually they would win Game 3 with Buckeye Trail 25-19. So Hawks came back, though, however, with a strong Game 4. It was tied up at 6 apiece, then tied up at 12, Then Hiland would jump out to a 15-12 lead. Then Hiland had a 20-13 advantage, and they would not relinquish that advantage from that point forward as Hiland went on to get the win 25-16 in Game 4 to close out the match. For Hiland, leading the way for them, Addie Mast had 25 kills to lead all scores in kills for the match for Hiland. Also, Brianna Mishler had 8 service points. Also, 7 kills for Claire Detweiler. 7 kills also for Carly Schrock. And also for the match, Claire Detweiler mentioned the 7 kills. She also finished up with 15 service points for Hiland as well. And also looking at for Hiland, Elena Yoder had 16 kills for the match. And Sophia Hampshire, she had 5 kills to go along with 8 service points. For Buckeye Trail leading the way, Jersey Eddy had 13 kills. Veda Newhart, she had 16 kills for the match. Also for the Warriors, Lily St. Clair had 9 kills. Anna McVicker had 3 kills and 7 service points, and also 6 service points as well for Kayla Henkel for the Buckeye Trail Lady Warriors. Avery Wabel finished up with 5 kills in, 3 kills and 4 service points for the Buckeye Trail Lady Warriors tonight. Hiland with the win, they improved the record now to 23-1, and they've now won 13 straight for the 10th ranked team in Division 6. They'll face either the 2-seed Shenandoah or the 4-seed Monroe Central Wednesday 6 p.m. at a neutral site for the district championship. With the loss, Buckeye Trail ends their very successful season at 18-5, snapping an 8-game winning streak. Reminder, coming away on tomorrow, we have Boys Division 5 district semifinal soccer. Hiland is going to be playing host to the Bishop Rosecrans. That'll be video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page, also on FM 95.3 and Stream 1. Airtime tomorrow night will be at 6:05. Game time is at 6:30. We do want to thank our video live stream partners tonight from Claxon Communications, that being producer Gage Wright, as well as cameraman and Abby Jones as well. And also thanks to Blaisdon Mullins and Alex Mass back at WKLM Sports Central. I'm Matt Croy. Again, the final in district semifinal volleyball from the Reese Center. Hiland wins at 3-1 over Buckeye Trail to move on to Wednesday's district championship. So long, everybody.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.